One of the things I wanted to do today is put out a little video about grading. I've gotten a lot of emails this past week and weekend, and I figured it was best maybe we put it all in one place where we can take a look at everything. So we're going to start with grading policies and what do grades mean and what should you do about them. So what does grading mean, and what does it mean to me, and what's going through my head? Well, above and beyond all, the only thing I care about is learning. Grades are nice, and I think grades are important in terms of feedback. See, feedback is really how you grow and learn. It's not really about the letters. It's about the feedback that helps you see where you can get better. And so that's the part that I really focus on is the feedback. I also am a big fan of learning, not being an evaluation of some single moment in time. Sometimes we get it day one, sometimes we get it day two, sometimes we get it day three, sometimes we get it day 10. It's not really about when we get it. It's just that we get there eventually, right? It's that we get there eventually. And so my focus is always going to be that if you show a high level of understanding at some point in time, I want the grade book to reflect that. And that kind of piggybacks on the idea that learning is an evolving process. Like we're all getting better and we're all learning all the time. And so once again, I want the grade book to reflect what you know as you know it. So if you know something that you didn't know a week ago and now you've proven to me that you have the evidence of high level of understanding, well, then I want the grade book to show that. We will always do a summative evaluation at the end of every class. Because we put the time in to learn something new, I want you to have the opportunity to share what you learned. But really, sometimes for most of us, that's just going to be the starting point. You will take that summative evaluation. I will provide you feedback, and you will begin the evolution process of getting better. You'll try it again. What does that mean? We'll talk about that more in a second, but you'll get better, and then ultimately we'll get you to that idea of that high level of understanding. You will always have the opportunity to show growth on any assessment. Once again, let's go back to the first thing that I said. I care about learning. So you will always, the question is, can I have a retake? I want to get away from the terms retake. I want to say, will you always have the opportunity to show me that you've grown? 100%. Every single time you'll have the opportunity to show me that you have grown. I want to see that you've grown. Okay, gradebook entries have meaning. So I don't love ABC, so what have I done to make myself feel better is I attach some meaning to each of them. When there's an A, I want you to know that I am saying to you directly, it's like I picked up the phone and I said, hey, you have displayed a high level of understanding for the standard that we are assessing today. Well done, bravo, congratulations. I might put a B into the grade book. What that does is I have reviewed the work that you've done. You appear to understand the concepts, although I think there may be some room for growth there. Either one of two things. Either you don't have a super solid understanding of the concept, or you could probably do a better job of expressing that understanding. The third grade you'll get from me is an incomplete. What an incomplete means that is after looking at it the first time, I don't believe you had either a high level of understanding or a good level of understanding, and that you're not quite hit that benchmark yet. I'm going to put an incomplete there, which means that you're just not there yet, which is absolutely fine. At that point, probably the best thing for you to do is to go back, rewatch the video that we did that day. You can look at the activity we did that day, but I want you to go back and carefully review the question. Kids that go back and review what they did, 9 times out of 10 say, that was it, or, oh, I get it now. So I think that that's a really important process, that you yourself look at what you did and go back and review it again and see if something clicks that second time. Lastly, is a C. I may enter a C in the book if you have been given that opportunity. If you've got an INC, and then after our next class has come about and you haven't either not shown me that understanding yet or have not made the attempt to show me that understanding yet, I'm going to put a C into the grade book. At that point, you got some options. And the first option might have been like, ooh, I kind of slacked off. I didn't follow up with that. Let me try that now. Or the second is, well, wait a second, I've been trying and I still don't understand. Awesome, perfect. This is one of the great things about distance learning is I'm available in the afternoons to you. So you're going to fill out the appointment form with me. We're going to schedule a time. I'll send you back an email with confirmation, and you and I will sit down and make some and go over the problem and try and clarify any confusion you might have. Extra help. That's a nice segue into the idea that I'm around in the afternoons between 1 and 2:30 on Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday and Thursday. The only thing that I ask so that we can keep everybody in order and we don't have people popping in while you're trying to get some individualized attention is that you fill out the meeting request form that will be on my PSL page. You fill that out and I will reply with a confirmation for you as far as the time. And please don't hesitate at any time. I might not have an opening that afternoon, but why not try? Shoot me, fill out that form. I will always have that on my desktop. I'll be looking at it as it gets filled out. You might say, hey, can we meet in 15 minutes? I can say, you know what, actually we can meet in 15 minutes, or I can't meet in 15 minutes, but I can see you in 30. So please don't hesitate to fill that out at any time. And then lastly, homework. We are not assigning homework after school, but I am including recommended practice. Each class will include that optional practice. It'll be at the bottom of each lesson plan. It will be entered in PowerSchool as a formative assessment. I just think it's a good way to keep a record of that you've done it or that you haven't done it. For me, it's always a good place to look and say, well, did you try the extra practice first? And that's a good place for us to start. It also sends a really strong message to me that says, you know what, I'm taking responsibility for my own learning. I'm going to do everything I can to be the best that I can be. When you do that extra practice, you will get feedback from me. You can take that feedback and make changes with it. You can take that feedback and come back to me about it, but you will do that. And once again, you'll have the opportunity to follow up again anytime that you want. So that's that. That's kind of the grading in a nutshell, and grading and homework and extra help all in a nutshell for you. I hope that clears things up. If you have any additional questions, please do not hesitate. I feel like if I was on YouTube, I could say, look in the comments below, but I don't think we're doing that. So anyway, have a great day, and we will see you. We'll see you soon. All right, cheers.